We have more breaking news from the NHL. We have another big trade going down this evening, once again involving the Vancouver Canucks. This time they're working with the Pittsburgh Penguins and acquiring defenseman Marcus Pettersson. There's several pieces involved here. We'll discuss the full deal coming up next. Welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have another trade, some more breaking news from the NHL. The Canucks, of course, had a game this evening with the Dallas Stars, and I assume the parts of this pieces were probably in the works here. They waited till after the game to fully announce everything that was going down. But the Vancouver Canucks have acquired Marcus Pettersson and Drew O'Connor from the Penguins, and a package of things going back to the Pittsburgh Penguins here. Part of which is the first-round pick that they acquired earlier tonight in the JT Miller trade. That pick, of course, is the first-rounder in this year's draft of the New York Rangers, which does have a condition placed on it that it is top 13 protected. So as long as that pick is outside of that, they will transfer to the Canucks and over to the Penguins this year. Otherwise, the Rangers have the right to keep the pick and then offer a 2026 first-rounder, which would then not be protected at all. So either way, they're getting a first-round pick from the Rangers most likely this year based on how the conditions go. The other pieces going to the Penguins from Vancouver include defenseman Vinny Desharnais. Of course, he signed as a UFA after playing with the Edmonton Oilers. Desharnais has not been quite a good fit there in Vancouver, so he gets moved on. They also get Danton Heinen. Of course, Heinen's bounced around a little bit here as well, but of course, Heinen, some familiarity there for Pittsburgh, and prospect Melvin Fernstrom. So, of course, they get Pettersson and O'Connor. Drew O'Connor is going to be, a decent depth forward for them. Pettersson should be able to play. He's certainly capable of playing top 4 minutes. He's a pending UFA, but of course, remember, Jim Rutherford and Patrick Alvin know this player extremely well after both working with the Penguins organization for several years. Anybody on the Penguins that's been there for any period of time, they do know those guys pretty well. So clearly somebody that's been linked to the Canucks for a long time. We've heard for the last couple of months that Marcus Pettersson would likely be a potential target here for Vancouver. There's been times where we thought it might happen. There's been other times when I thought maybe they were going in another direction. But of course, this Miller-Pettersson drama that's been going on has probably taken up a lot of their time. And they were, obviously viewed that situation as a bigger priority here to get settled. So now that the Miller trade has happened, they obviously were probably working on these things simultaneously, I would expect. So Pettersson and O'Connor to the Canucks from the Penguins in exchange for a first-round pick from the New York Rangers that was acquired earlier tonight, top 13 protected, Danton Heinen, Vinny Desharnais, and Melvin Fernstrom. So obviously I would suspect that the Canucks are going to attempt to re-sign Marcus Pettersson. That will be big along with this deal as well, because clearly at this point the Canucks, I'm not really sure if they should be buyers or not, because they're kind of just on the outside of the playoffs. But they certainly, probably want to give their team a little bit of a boost here, after having to move Miller. So we'll see what happens. Let me know your thoughts on this trade. Kind of feels like the Four Nation face-off and the break coming up has kind of created another miniature trade deadline here. Lots of activity in recent days. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll discuss further. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with all the news and rumors around the entire NHL. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time.